How's it going, everyone? My name is DrapPep. Welcome back to another installment of this series. I've been thinking about this subject for quite a while. For quite a while. And I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it or not because I didn't know if there's anyone that is for it. And the more I think about it, I don't even care if you're for it now. I'm going to trash on it anyways because I hate it. I think it's the worst. I hate jury duty. I think jury duty is the worst. And if you're for jury duty, then you're a nerd. But no, I really hate jury duty. It's practically the worst thing on earth. I do believe in a fair trial. I do believe that you have the right to pretty much be judged by your peers, to pretty much be judged by strangers is what it is. But I don't believe that if you don't want to go, you shouldn't have to be forced into it. The court knows nobody wants to be there. Of course they do. Why else would they threaten jail? Oh, you didn't make it? Oh, you're going to go to jail, buddy. We're going to put a warrant out for your arrest because you missed jury duty. Even if it was a misunderstanding, even if your summons was sent to the wrong address, you could still end up in prison for not showing up. That's on you. Don't look at us because we made the mistake of sending it to the wrong address. That's on you. You get to go to jail. Jail time. You get to go to prison. It's not like they pay you well enough either. I mean, yeah, they pay you to be in jury duty. I have this right here. It's by Fox 40 and California Court Newsroom.gov also says it. In California, which is where I live, standard jury duty pay is $15 per day. $15 per day for the day. That's minimum wage for the whole day. Not $15 per hour, $15 for the day. That's barely enough money for gas to get there. Oh, but they give you more money if you have to travel further. Yeah, 34 cents per mile, it says. Plus a minimum of 34 cents per mile for round trip travel. That's it. You're only getting 34 more cents. That doesn't cover it. You're going out to jury duty on less money than you would have been making by going to work. By going to work, you could be making that $15 per hour, not per day. And they're expecting us to get excited for this? They're expecting us to jump for joy to show up to jury duty? I once went to jury duty and the judge was just kind of like, why is everyone so miserable? Because no one wants to be here, is why. No one wants to show up for this circus. And then, even if you are there, you can still be dismissed. Your whole day was ruined. You get to show up. Everyone's like, oh, well, I guess I have jury duty. Oh, and then the lawyer comes out and goes, all right, I'm just going to list off some names to get some of you losers out of here. I was one of those names. I got called out right away. I was like, so wait, do I get paid for this day? No. No, you don't. Because it's technically roll call still. It's still roll call. So, money in the gas tank to come here for no money. Cool. Love that. Love that little system you have created for us. And if I don't show up, jail. Prison. That's the most aggravating thing in the world. Every time I get a jury summons is what I meant to say. It feels like a sentence, but it's a summons. I get such anxiety when I have to call in that number every night for a week. And they're like, your group is still on standby. See you again. It's like, oh my god. Just say yes or no. Stop with these games. Maybe we'll use you, maybe we won't. Who knows? Who knows? It's a mystery to us, even. So, whenever I have to call in for jury duty, I pray to my Lord. I use my faith. Please get me out of this. Please allow us to be dismissed. But I live in California where crime is rampant, and most likely I'll have to do jury duty. Most likely. And then I'll have to show up, and they put us in like this little room where you have to fill out that little paperwork. Have you ever done jury duty before? Do you think the cops ever tell a lie? You know, those same questions they always ask. And they treat you just as bad as the person who's on, in court. They treat you just as bad. No one's innocent, not even the jurors. Everyone's on watch. Watch your P's and Q's. You have to wear a certain clothes. You can't just walk in on with anything. You have to dress prepared. Even though we're summoning you to be here. You have to be respectful. You have to dress in a proper wear. You have to, be quiet. You can't talk to the others. Unless you go in that little jury room where you get to discuss the case. Then you can talk about it. And there's always that one person who's a stickler. Who's just like, let me see all the evidence again. We could all be home right now. You're the only one who's standing out right now. We could beat you up. We could gang up on you. I hate jury duty so much. Back when I was not a registered voter, I thought that would keep me out of doing jury duty. Nope, that's a lie. I still got jury duty summons. And I even was like, I thought if I wasn't a registered voter, I don't have to do jury duty. And they told me, oh, well, it's a random selection. So it's literally, they just take your name, they throw it in a hat, and they just grab a whole bunch of you. They don't check your background. They don't check what you do for a living. They don't look at what if you're a registered voter or not. They just go, oh, you got called. Come on in. Come on in. I even tried to tell them I had autism. And they, well, do you know the difference between right or wrong? I almost was like, nope, don't know the difference. I thought punching a man was the good thing to do on the way here, in fact. They don't care. They never care. My favorite thing is when you show up and you have to be there on a certain time. And you're there on time, but there's a second wave of jurors. I don't know what you call them. And they have to go in the back of the court to go in. And now you're in the back of the line of a whole other group that you're not a part of, and you're starting to sweat bullets because you're like, uh-oh, I gotta get through security and up to where I need to be on time. Can I cut? And the security guards are just kind of like, no, you can't cut. Get in the back of the line. I was even just telling them, I have to be here. I'm time scheduled in here. Can I just go in? You gotta stand in the back. But if I'm late, I go to jail. It doesn't matter. Luckily, it didn't take too much time. I got there on time. Can you imagine? I'm in jail right now making this episode. They let me have my microphone and laptop and everything. Yeah, I'm in prison right now. They got me. They got me at the line. I don't know. I also don't think that it's great to have a whole bunch of people making a decision on your freedom based on the fact that they don't know much about the law or what's being presented to them. It almost feels like the lawyers have to bird feed it to you. They have to hand feed you the evidence of what this means, what these terms mean, because we don't know. We're just as much in the dark as, anyone. The lawyers are the ones that really know. But they're just like, well, we're going to get a whole group of people who don't know the legal system all that great to decide if you're guilty or innocent. And even still, the judge could just overrule it. He could just be like, I don't care what they said. You're going to jail. We, the jury, have decided that this person is innocent. Nah, I don't care. Guilty. They can still do it. There's not much the jury can do. I mean, they can probably overthrow the judge, but that's just going to be, next case. Next case, the jury. Bring them out. We're going to decide if they're going to jail or not. What's that? There was a few who didn't make it. Bring them out too. They're going to jail with them. I don't know. Don't take any of this as legal advice or anything like that. This is just me venting about how I don't like jury duty. And at first I wasn't going to make this episode because I wasn't sure if there was pro jury, people who were just I think the jury is perfect the way it is. Then I realized those people suck. No one likes jury. No one likes jury duty. I've talked to so many people about this and they have way harsher things to say than what I had just said. My main strife with my main beef with jury duty, it doesn't pay very well, and I don't like that we're threatened with prison if we don't show up. That's those are my two biggest quorums, my biggest complaints. That's it. There's people who have way more upset feelings about it. I almost feel like bringing those people on. I almost feel like sitting them in front of the microphone and me asking them questions just so you could hear how mad they get. Because, like, what I am saying, this is like a common thing everyone agrees with. Pay is bad, jail bad, don't want to do it. But there's people who genuinely hate jury duty. But that's going to be for this episode. I'm not going to bring those people on these episodes. I'm not going to bring them in and have them unload because they might say some stuff that I don't feel like, dying on that particular hill. You know what I mean? I don't want them coming in, giving their opinions. Now I have to stand by it because it was in my episode. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I don't want to defend those hills. I don't want to die on those hills. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in.